What's up, everybody? After living through it the last 3 days, Twister the movie is finally here. There will be some spoilers for certain parts of the movie here in my review, so you've been warned. Now let's get into the movie. I've got one quick con to hit on, but then we'll get into the pro section of this video because I really enjoyed this movie. The only thing I would have changed is maybe chill out with the first tornado. Don't get me wrong here, it was cool and it did set the tone decently, but they also kind of blew their load with it, and even though the final one does come close to it, the stakes don't feel quite as high as they did in that opening scene throughout the rest of the movie. Moving on, though, there's much more to talk about in the pro section for me with this movie. That all starts with the cast, as everyone was pretty strong, but my standouts were Glenn Powell, of course. Daisy Edgar Jones was also really good. Anthony Ramos was strong. Sasha Lane and Katie O'Brien were really good in their smaller roles, but most of all, Superman himself, David Corenswet, was great. I'm definitely a little biased with that one, to be honest, but I lit up every time he came on screen and even heard some people in the theater afterward saying, "Did you see Superman?" So DC fans were so back. Anyway, back to Twisters, the visuals were incredible starting from that very first shot of beautiful Oklahoma. They create some really crazy shots inside these different storms, and the idea of Tyler's truck drilling into the ground was brilliant to create these shots too. Also, this is more so a sound thing, but it's also some visuals too, as the Dolby experience was crazy for this movie. It's been a while since a movie really shook my seat like this one did in that theater. Then there's the story of Tyler and Kate, Glenn and Daisy Edgar Jones's characters, and how they kind of come to work together and then eventually fall for each other. I was very intrigued at the beginning of the movie as it seemed the tech guys were going to be the good guys, is because that's Anthony Ramos' character and he's one of her old friends, and then that the low tech guys or the lower tech guys wouldn't be as good, or they'd be the bad guys technically, and that would be Glenn Powell's as he started off real douchey, but that isn't the case. It was, and that would have been the opposite of the first movie too, which is why it kind of interested me. But like I said, that wasn't the case, and the flip they do is really good. It's also just kind of funny seeing David Cornsweet be all corporate in this movie when he's going to be doing the opposite in Superman next year. Finally, I really enjoyed the soundtrack on this one. It wasn't any songs I really knew or anything like that. Like, none of my favorites were here, but they were all picked really well for the scenes and situations that they were played over, so it ended up working for me even with that factor. And so that'll do it for my review of Twisters. Glenn Powell continues to dominate with what I imagine will be another summer hit here for him, and there is sequel potential on this one. Well, I guess third movie, so trilogy, I guess a Twisters trilogy with how they end the movie. Let me know what you thought of Twisters though down in the comments below, and make sure you have a great day.